subscribers only chat. 20 minutes. Gotta be a subscriber for 20 minutes. Okay. I know. We're late again today, but it's been a weird day. A very weird day. Okay. So, I meant to come on earlier. Well, I guess yesterday. I was planning to. I forgot why I did not. But when I was going to come on, one of the things that I had wanted to address was what was sitting on my mind, and I wanted to do it before the Tuesday thing came, and was the Plattner reading. And the Plattner reading was in the race against Collins. It was not about primary. So I want that to be clear. It's about the race against Collins. Because I had heard, and shame on me for not looking it up. I had heard that Tuesday was going to be the actual race against Collins because, hey, Optimus Prime, because what's the other lady? Had dropped out. The other one who was supposed to be the one the corporate Dems set up. Mills. So someone had said this was going to be the actual race for them, and I was like, that's strange, but okay, because I know some of the races have been, because somebody dies or something. I don't know. It didn't click to me that Susan is still alive. So that said, the reading that we did the other night about Plattner is based on him against Collins. Okay, so I guess that was a November reading, if November actually happens. And so that reading still stands because this here is the 9 of Wands. So that reading does still stand. And that's what I'm getting that to mean, not anything about him, but about the reading. The reading still stands. So we'll see how that goes. We'll read closer. Hello. How you doing, Becky? We'll read closer to... Oh, chills. Why am I getting chills? Well, I guess I'll just finish what I was saying. We'll read about Plattner closer to November. I mean, it'll be here in a blink, right? Because how the heck are we almost halfway through June? Oh my God. All right. So just want to clear that up. When we did the reading on Plattner, that was him against Susan. Because as far as I know, he didn't have a person he was running against for the primary. Okay. So, a couple of things. We're not going to get into looking at the AI of everything, but it was because if you watch any of the clips, and this is also why we're not getting into it, is because those clips don't come directly from, say, the Casablanca channel. So because they don't come directly from that channel, I'm not really gonna investigate that because there's just too many excuses people can give as to what's happening. Because I think they're behind a plexiglass. I don't know. I think so. We're not going to go over it because I'm just not going to do that. Because like I said, it's kind of hard to do. And I already know that everything gets streamed. And then you don't actually, like, I want to see people's actual footage of him, like him directly. Everybody who's a non news station, they were looking at the screen of him. And I'm like, no, I need you to look and see the person because that's really important. Like, please put your eyes on the person because I want to see if it's a mask or if it is supposedly to be him. But I mean, like, people are not realizing this guy looks different in every single thing he does. Then there was the interview with the woman. Now that I'm pretty sure was not him, to be honest. That guy was big and hulking, and if you looked at that clip, like he looked like he didn't fit in the chair. Now, mind you, another guy's like mid 250s, almost 300 if he's not already 300, but he's not that big. And so, like, when you look at the interview, it's just very stark about how his size compared to her size. Yeah, her name was Kristen Walker. We're just gonna look at some visuals of these things real quick. I'm sorry, like, so she's supposed to be with NBC News Meet the Press. Okay, so, and this is the extended interview for NBC News Meet the Press. All right. That said,
I pee on a stick every morning to know if I'm in menopause or not.
The benefit of being in menopause is to not have to pee on a stick. Oh my God. Okay. It's a couple of things here. We're just gonna look at it. We're not gonna break it down because one, my brain is like, I'm sleepy, so I'm not gonna do that. But I just want to address this. I don't know what questions I have around it. I guess I want to have a question for the press. Like, what the hell is happening with the press? Why are they pretending this guy exists? Or why don't they notice when he's a body double? I'm just really confused. I am very much, what's the word? I'm just certain that he's gone. I'm just really certain he's gone. And then when you see everybody's video, okay, let me show you this. Hey, y'all. I think it'll just be y'all for a little bit, but I want y'all to see this real quick. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I didn't clean the back lens because I wasn't supposed to do this. I'm sorry. Give me a second here, y'all. I don't even know what's on this. Okay. So we're just going to look at it real quick. Hey, Jen, I'm not going to break this down. I just want you to see it. Okay. Like, we're not going to spend an hour on these things. But, like, this is the part that gets me. Like, when people have their thumbnails and stuff, they don't pay attention to the quality of their thumbnails. Like, look at this. Like, seriously? Did he even eat pizza? I don't know. Because it's like, it's hard to tell when somebody's doing AI for an event that I haven't seen. So I don't know. But this is from Midas Touch. So, like, literally, y'all, he's not going to be falling asleep He's not going to be falling asleep at a game. This is all set up as they prepare to 25th him. That's why they're making him fall asleep more clearly, because they are preparing to 25th him. Or let him die on camera because the martyrdom would be stronger. But anyway, so it's like, why do you look at that and go, you know what? That's a great picture. And so I just want to, and this is the other thing, is like, all of this is, okay. So one, just to point this out. Oh, God, I hate listening to Midas Touch because I hate their voices. Like, I really do. Ben Mysalis, or whatever his name, voice is like so freaking annoying. His news person voice is like, dude, just talk like a normal human being. Like, Donald Trump is just like, talk like a normal human being, please. But anyway, I'm sorry, that's my ADHD, y'all. It's like, sounds really, I get viscerally affected by sounds, so I avoid a lot of sounds I don't like physically, viscerally affected by sounds. Okay, so anyway, this doesn't make sense. And then I guess it's supposed to be a glass. What is it? Bulletproof glass or something? And like, how do you complain about the security of a correspondence dinner? And then y'all are putting him out at an NBA game. Shit don't make sense. Like, they're really trolling us so bad. Okay. Like, they're just trolling us. Okay. So I want y'all just to look at it. So this is from CNN. This is from USA Today. Look how blurry y'all. And that's what I'm saying. They have plausible deniability simply because it's dark, the lights, stadium lights or arena lights, so they do things. But it's like, take that aside, it looks like every other video of him. And they're usually crappy. All right, so just really quickly. And then they're all short. So 1 minute, 21 seconds. This is talking about it. So that's a waste of time. So they're all basically shorts. And then they all basically have him in the same position. So it's like, where are the ones from this side? Where's this side? Like nobody's, sorry, you can't see it. Nobody's doing it from this side. I'm not seeing any videos from the other side. Now look at this one. Look how big he is right there. That's, who's this supposed to be? Bloomberg. Okay. Bloomberg is also culpable. Because why does he look that big when he doesn't look that big in this one? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Suze girl. Okay, so like, let's look at Bloomberg real quick because they have a different angle. Okay, just, I'm really not gonna break this down as AI. Not a lot, but this is so advantageous. That's not the word I want. Serendipitous. I don't know, because like I said, they get a chance to use plausible deniability, right? But this is AI, because if you continue to watch his head above the glass, it's like still the wobble thing. We'll look at it. You did see Obama, old Meet the Press, blurry background too, but I don't buy it. I haven't looked at that. I mean, blurry backgrounds are normal. It's the type of blur that matters, because a lot of times, like, they're not real. Okay, so you see the cutoff is here at the head, right? Oh, this is CNN's. I gotta go back to Bloomberg's. This is that, but then you have these other people who are of a different quality of, there are three different qualities to the, I don't speak visual talk. Sharpness is like the only thing I know how to say. But there's these are three different looks. And that's weird. Like pixelation, washout, like visuals. There's just three different visuals that seem to be cropped together. And then if we're looking at a shot clock, why is the shot clock overlaying itself? Like, this is weird. But like I said, plausible deniability. I think all presidents, because they are commander in chiefs, I've seen them all salute because they're commander in chief. So technically, they're the head of the military. Therefore, they're serving, which is weird because this guy would never. And he called anybody who got hurt a loser, and yet he's sending them to. Never mind, because I know it's not him, but still, my point. Okay, so this is all I'm saying. It's like, it's three different visuals here. Like, she looks like she's from a scary movie. Well, just in this freeze frame. But and then I don't know what this is. Like, this is a weird thing. And they don't stay here long enough for me to kind of determine what that is. It's weird. But anyway, so this is really short. And then, so you see, he's not that big. Mind you, he is big, but he's not that big. Ooh, what's a flow state? Oh my God, I got stickers, girl. Thank you. That's so cute. I like that. I would take a screenshot, but I'm pointing it at this guy. So, hello, Kale. But anyway, what was I saying? So these all look like three different visuals. Is that supposed to be the granddaughter Kai or something? I don't know. And like I said, the plausible deniability because of this glass. So this glass would be really thick because I think it's supposed to be like bulletproof glass or something. It seems like it. I don't know. I have no idea what that is. I just like said yes to everything. Anyway, so let's watch it really quickly. Yes, I have it muted. That's so weird because like why is it okay? I don't know what it looks like. Well, I was gonna say I don't know what it looks like through the phone, but it's acting as if I was looking through the phone because there are waves here. It's weird. Like it's doing a wave thing, but this is from CNN, so it should be good. Um, you see how it's doing this flickering thing? I guess they're supposed to be sending lights. And then you can't see his face. You can't make out his face at all. Um, I might be looping. Okay. Okay. So that's what the CNN version looks like. Wait, hold on. See, that hand did something funny. I'm not gonna break it down. But it's doing a warp thing back there. Let's go back to Bloomberg because Bloomberg had a different angle. So this is Bloomberg. Oh my God, that's so cool. Is that a Sunday? Yes. Yes, and by the way, y'all, thank you. My channel is now halfway monetized. Okay. So look, this guy looks different and she looks different. Whoa, wait a second. Hold on. Move the date. Move the date. Okay, this is Bloomberg. Okay, I think these are supposed to be dinner things because it looks like it might be one of those things, the lid, like you lift the lid. So these look like dinner things, whatever you call them. I can't think right now. But you see how different he looks? You see the poor quality of this video versus this video. And you know that news reporters would have good quality cameras. You can't see his face, but for the time that he raises his hand. Um, and then everybody else looks different. That's why I always wonder what we see versus what they see. Oh my God, welcome to the Super Friends. Oh my gosh, I'm missing everything, y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh, can I click them and see them again? Oh, oh, sparkles. Thank y'all. Okay. And then just lastly, the background has that funny look of AI backgrounds. This is interesting. So you see how like fuzzy, and they can say it's because they have to zoom in. That's why I say it has plausible deniability. That's why I'm not going to really go over this. Um, but you just see, like, look how they have this thing. You see this little thing? Like this wave. Like, why is there a wave to it? Why would there be a wave to it? Unless there's lights, like, going on. Well, see, there's the camera flash, but like other lights. This doesn't even look like the same girl as this one. That's weird. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the thing. I'm not really examining this because, like, if you look, and y'all can do this yourself, if you look at anybody's, don't do it on YouTube Shorts because you can't zoom in. But if you go on like TikTok or the other things, if you zoom in, you don't even have to zoom in. You would see like the head moves and does all this weird stuff that is normally AI type of stuff. But it's like if he's supposed to be sharp, then how come I can't make his face out? I just can't make his face out. But I can make hers out, and she's through the same camera. I mean, through the same glass. That's my point. And then, like, I can see her through the glass. Oh my God. Thank you, my super friends. Yeah. So when we do the reading tomorrow, super friends obviously get more than a yes, no question. Anyway, so that's that. So then, and if you notice, it's really short. And unless it's from a news station, the news stations are the only ones who seem to look back at him. No, why is okay? Hold on. I haven't seen this. One challenge for you. Try once. One time. Okay. I don't want to hear y'all. We're gonna move on to the interview. Okay. So you see how this is USA Today. Why is this so fuzzy? Okay, so now it is laser lights. Okay, cool. But why is it so fuzzy? Do you see how fuzzy he is compared to everybody else, y'all? Compared to everybody else, he's super fuzzy. Okay. Yeah, the red scoring was strategically placed, but okay, so now this is supposed to be kind of sharp, but this number just happens to be over his face. Okay, yeah, for real. And then, like I said, she doesn't even look like she belongs in the same picture. It's like when after the correspondence dinner, they had a picture of Melania. Hold on, let me show y'all something. Press conference. Now, see, this would help to have y'all on the landscape here. Correspondence dinner. Okay, so there's like a picture. I have it in my phone, but I don't want to look so far back. There's a picture of um, mm, mm, mm. Let me see something really quickly. I'm just gonna type in the names because I want you to see it when Melania is there. And Melania doesn't even fit. Hold on. Correspondence Center, Melania Hex Breath. Oh my god, I'm about to spell it that way. I don't even know how I think you spell his name like that. What's the other one? Cash. Oh, hey go light. Alright, where's the picture? Because there's a picture where they're standing off to the side of the correspondence dinner. But I need press conference. Oh, you know whose picture it was? It was with Fox. Because I got it off of their thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna just look real quick in my phone. It was right after press conference. What do you call it? Press junket. Press. I think it's press conference after. I'll type in after. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to show y'all the picture from my phone. But yes, it was on Fox News. Anyway, here we go. This picture. My computer. Visit. Okay. This picture. But again, y'all, it's that she doesn't fit. Oh man. Okay. Now you see everybody else. Now mind you, I know they're focused on her, but if you look at everybody else, she doesn't actually fit there. She looks like a cutout magazine. Like mute site. Okay. She looks like a cutout. You see, you have this blurry, obviously, because he's close. Then you have Beavis and Butthead. I think he's Beavis, right? This is what Beavis looks like from the side. Then you have Timu Hitler. Um, and then she's cut from a magazine. You see how like the Even if you're changing the focus, it's still like she doesn't fit here. It's weird. Anyway, moving on. Oh my God, thank you for Carly, don't make me get you. Okay, let's move on. Don't make me get you. My spidey senses says yes, she is. Okay, anyway. Okay, are we getting enough light? I think so. Let me turn on my backlights. Boom. Let there be light. Okay, my computer wants to shut down, and I think I will oblige. Oh, wait. We have to see the interview real quick. So, the interviewer lady for Meet the Press, when you go there, and it's so crazy that people don't believe that it's AI, but we're watching people make AI content all the time. Like right now, there's an AI ad. Like it's literally about an AI certification program, and the humans are, hey, look, okay, like this is what we know AI exists. Like this is AI. So I don't understand why people don't think that this could be AI. All right, so just quick because he's puffy in this one, and who knows when this was supposed to be shot. Again, plausible deniability, right? We're Skip. Okay. But look at this. He doesn't have his normal like why would they freeze on her face like that? Jeez. It's funny looking man. Like you can't see his face like they've really done this. Okay. So anyway, but you see he supposedly has those puff bags, right? So and he often has on some of his visuals a puff bag, but I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. But look at this. He doesn't have puff bags. I mean, they're not the same way. That's what I mean. And then his hair looks like this. Oh, wait, the other thing. Okay, so this is what he looks like at the game, right? And then you see him at the plane. Okay, where's the plane? That's the motorcade. Is this where we can see him in the car? Because that's the other thing, is they block his face. Like, they're blocking his face. All these people were fighting with me at the last day in the comments of everything I called out AI. They're so mad. One moment was like, I watched it live. I don't understand why people don't understand that live is not live. Like we've been, listen, I've been doing online marketing for 10 years now, and live streaming came out. Matter of fact, let me show you. Hold on. I'm going to back it up so you can see real quick. So, yay! Thank you. Okay, anyway. So I use OneStream, right? I've used StreamYard before. In fact, I had StreamYard for like 5 years one time. I just got tired of paying for it. Oh, really? It said it was pre-recorded. Which one? The the second interview or the first interview? Because the first interview, from what I understand, was pre-recorded. The second interview, I don't know. But okay, so here's my thing, right? It's supposed to be for live one streams, right? This is every single streaming platform. Every single streaming platform. So I can go in studio and do real-time streams. This is what I usually do. You know, but I can also do a pre-recorded as if it is live. So I would just add the video. or I can even add a playlist, or I can even make it 24/7 and just stream it. And it's going to have the live button, and y'all will be going, oh my God, it's live. No, it's not. Also, if you go to YouTube, right, and you upload a video, I'm going to just show you something. It wants to tell me again, thank you. Okay, anyway. So let's choose this just to see something. Okay, so let's say I'm going to edit this, right? And I want to do it as a live premiere. So I would change the scheduling, right? So from public to I can schedule it. And then, oh, yay, now we can do members only. All right, hold on. Public. I might have to pretend that I'm doing one. So public, schedule, from private to public. It would be private before publishing. Okay. Let me pretend I'm doing a new one, just so you can see. So if you go to upload a video, you can do videos as a premiere, right? So let's see if I can find a video. Do I have any videos? What is this? I don't know. It'll be safe for kids to see. Okay, so let's say I'm doing this, right? I'm going to go all the way through. Next, next, next. Now, what I can do is I can schedule it and set it as a premiere, right? So I can set as a premiere. Oh, it's only a 1 second thing. Oh, it's not going to let me. Okay. But anyway, I'm sure you saw it. It said I can set it as a premiere, which means I could have it go at a certain time. I'm going to delete this, but I can't show you now because I didn't know the video was just 1 second. But I could point it at a certain time, and then I could be in the chat chatting with y'all, and it'll be live at that time. So, and they do this often on their channel. So like, for instance, well, I'm going to leave that one up. So, whoop, sorry, you saw my roof. Okay, hold on. So when I'm doing my deep dive videos, I don't do them anymore because they take too much time. And it's a waste of time anyway, because this man is not alive. Anyway, so you go here, you go to their live stream, and you'll see that they'll say that it's live, but it doesn't have to be live to be live. It just doesn't have to be live to be live. I like the shirt idea. And look how fuzzy this is. And this is the part that always gets me, because this is the United States government. They should have better cameras. She's looking sharper, or this was looking a little bit sharper than that. They should have better cameras. Everything with him is fuzzy. Every single thing with him is fuzzy. Every single thing that has him is fuzzy. Oh wait, I need to look at the where's that place he just went to? Wisconsin. And look, they don't even have his Wisconsin thing here. Like, why would that not be here? And I honestly think like the Scott Bessent stuff is AI too a lot of times. Like, I don't think these people are actually holding real events. I don't, because honestly, I think Caroline left earlier to have her baby or to be on maternity leave. Because if you're paying attention, they only allow certain press in there, and they did it so they can do AI. Anyway, I'm done. So the interview. Sorry. The interview, he has a really bad pan because you can see the circle face. I'm sorry. We're going to do this one last time and then we're going to get to reading. And I don't know what I want to read on besides why is the journalist doing this. So, and look how full his face is, right? So he's like bloated or whatever. And then you never can see the American flag sharp, like almost never with him. Even when he's in, oh my God, I keep forgetting the terms. Even when he's in, well, let's just say he's in the foreground and he's supposed to be sharp, like his detail should be sharp. This pen is never sharp. Anyway, I'm so sick of this man's ads. And that's another thing, you guys. These social media platforms now all talk to each other. And you can have the cookies and the do not follow me on for all of them. But I've noticed if I've watched stuff on TikTok, I'm now seeing the same person on YouTube. It never did that. Like this is a recent thing over like the last month. Where is my ads? Okay. I want to stop seeing your ad. Can I block them here? Yes. Okay. I don't want to see your ad anymore. You get on my nerves. Anyway. So okay, that's what I wanted you to see. Look at this. Do you see? Those chairs are not small. Do you see how hulking he is? Like, bruh, come on. Look at this. You would think it was a kindergartner's chair. So he's supposed to be looking like this big hulking guy compared to her. I don't know. I say my wardrobe's fully made of 10. Um, but anyway, but like he's not that big, y'all. And then he's not even properly sat in the chair, actually. That's weird because he's not. What the hell? Why is his legs tucked in between? I'm confused. And then look how his foot is. And then the chair doesn't look the same. So you see how this chair is? Unless this. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna say this is his coat, right? Cutting it because her design isn't like that. We're not gonna go into it. I'm not gonna do an AI dive on this. But you see how like he looks like Incredible Hulk next to her. So they gave her this diminished look, and of course he's um, down talking to a woman and she's brown woman, not a white woman. So he's just being really disgusting. Um, it's interesting. Yeah, like there's stickers stuck on the background. Like I said, I'm not gonna look into it too much, but look at that pinky. The pinky on the other side. Their pinky in the brain. Anyway, it's so skinny. Okay, but and then always look in the background. I'm just not going to do that right now, but always look in the background because they're not good at, AI is not good at having great background. Just to give you a quick look, like look at the design of this background. It's not consistent at all. And so you see like these are smearage. These are smearing, but these are semi-straight. And then it smears. The color starts to bleed into the other object. Um, and then you get pixelation and jagged edge here. So, and then this is like really flat, like it doesn't have any depth to it at all. Look how flat this is. And I think this is supposed to be some kind of metal, but you don't see metal, you just see flatness. So that's the other thing is like it just never has depth. It just never has depth. But these aren't consistent. They don't look like each other. You know, even if you're trying to say like, oh, it's handmade barn. First of all, you're doing it in a barn. He would never interview in a barn. Like, be effing for real. This man would not interview in a barn. The things he did in barn are illegal. Um, and usually in Sebring, Florida, I guess, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But anyway, so that's how you would do AI because they're getting pretty good with the people. but the background they're still sucking at. Exactly, with a child. So we're not going to continue. But like, look how big he is. This is crazy. And then like his legs are tucked really weird because I'm trying to like see how the chairs are positioned, and they got her like she's like this little teeny tiny super skinny person, which she probably is, but he's not this big hulking mass of a person. He's definitely not 6'3". But anyway, he's an old man. They shrink. So I shrunk. I lost 2 inches. Um, it's just crazy. So like, and then if it's this big in the back, like why is he whatever? And then he gets in her face, and they have him looking violent, and it's just crazy. But then the thing he does, and somebody pointed this out on a video, they were like, when he gets to get up, and if y'all have seen this interview already, right? Because when he gets to get up, he's mad because her thing is to continue pressing him. Um, he stands up, he throws the microphone on the ground, he steps on the microphone, he puts his hand on her. Um, I don't know if it was, I can't remember. I'd have to see it again. If it was like to make her sit down or just like a goodbye, sweetie, like type of thing, like diminishing her. Um, and then walks off. And I think it's because I don't remember what this stuff is about. I didn't watch this whole thing. Um, see, y'all, whenever it looks like a painting, it is a. Okay. Anyway, so never mind. I'm just gonna go past this. I don't want to get into it. But it's okay. I'm gonna just show you what I mean by painting, because when it's a painting, it's AI. Like you see the background now, it looks like a painting, right? And then I've noticed they've been giving him the accordion hands again because their AI kept forgetting to do the accordion hands, but now he does them again. And then also, like, look here. See the blue is bleeding into the white. If they are fabric, then they don't bleed into each other. So that's happening. And then you have all this fuzziness. Look at how that's fuzzing out. It's just crazy. But like, it looks like a painting now. And that's another giveaway for the AI. You don't even see the words on her binder anymore. When her binder said, I think it said meet the press very clearly. Yeah, see, it clearly says meet the press, right? So, in that little part, it didn't have it. Like, you can't even, like, barely see it. And then again, like, the background is painting. All right, so when does he stand up? Because this is an extended version. Okay. And you see how sharp she is compared to him? He's fuzzy still. Okay, so here's the sharp part. Well, let's see what she says. Oh, this is the E denial. That's what they're doing. That's why they're doing these interviews, because they're laying the ground for the E denial. They had a commercial against it? Yeah, this is supposed to be John Deere again. What do you mean they had a commercial against it? Um, like you see this? Like why is he talking like this? She's right here. So even if he's not looking at her, it should be better position. And then if you notice this eye, look, they're messing up, man. You see this eye? Now it's not just this silly line. Oh my gosh, and then it's not even closed. Now it's this deep riveted thing here. And then look at the dark, deep divot here. So they can't make me crazy. Well, I take that back. I'm already feeling like I'm in Truman Show. I'm like, nothing's real. Nothing is real. They have nothing is real except that country that's not. Um, But you see this? Like, ew. God, I can't believe the trauma we're all gonna have to heal from. Like his face gives me the heebies, even though I know it's not really him. And so you see this, and then like look at how his hair was. Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, y'all. I took my medicine, I promise you. Okay, so let me is this the after? I want you to see him afterwards. That's what I meant to do. Is this the after? Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. Oh, I guess it was. Um, oh my God, he looks so fake. Look at that. Look at this. If it's even real, then it's a thingamabob. Y'all see that? Am I crazy? Right? Oh my God. Like I'm like the healing I'm gonna have to do because I already had problems from 2020. Okay. So look at this. First, nah, this ain't real. Because look at how his nose does this weird thing here. Blends in with this man's. Oh my God. Look at this man's face. Like, I'm so tired of the gaslighting, y'all. Gas spelled Gais. Look at this. Look how fake this looks. Oh, Lord, jeez. And then he's supposed to be this guy. These are two different guys. Two different guys. AI sucks at consistency. Just two different guys. And how come we can see his face better on this one? Who is this? Middle East Eye. So that's a different person. But like you see how blended. Okay. Now, if they were moving, I would say, yeah, sure, we caught them in a movement. But because they can't move, like the military guy, they got to look forward, etc. Like if he was just blurry, I'd be fine with that. But these two being blurry like that, nah, that's not cool. See, they can't move, right? So if you can't move, why do you look like this? Watch this. I'm gonna hit play. They can't move. They're not moving. He is. Look at this. They're gaslighting us. GAIS, lighting us. Do you see that? It's not because of bokeh or changing the sharpness or the focus. That's not that. That's not focus. That is AI. But anyway, so and they always do that when he's getting on the plane, and it's like, dude. And so that's crazy how we can actually see him with these people's camera, but we couldn't with the other people's camera. Um, and then they never do the neck the same way, the neck gina. Oh, Gene, you need to find a different people to talk to because I've already proved this over and over and over again. So I don't know what they are leave with us, but whatever, that'll make sense. Right, because you can put a bullet, and I'll stop there, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right there. Like right there. Like right there. What does that bulletproof glass matter if like that's available? But just the fact that like that's what I'm saying. Like you could tell again, this video's moving, but look at this guy. You can't make out a lip, an ear, other than like the shape. You can't make out a mouth. You can't make out an eye. Look at this. Now, mind you, that was a video. So I'm not even talking about a picture. They are GAIS lighting us. Anyway, moving off of that. So back to John Deere. So we're going to watch him get mad because I think he's about to get mad now. Let me turn it up. They're dropping fast because it's a rigged election. Let me tell you. Okay. Like, you have to ask yourself, I'm sorry. Y'all, you have to ask yourself, why are they doing this? What's the point? And the point is to plant the seeds of what they're going to do. He did this in 2020, like when it was really him. In 2020, in April of 2020, he had started floating the idea about not believing the results if it doesn't go his way. Now, fast forward, dude's not here anymore. And they're going to do everything they can to try to stop the thing. Like, oh my God. They just, I saw on Libby's page that they just got rid of the oversight for the E's. Isn't that crazy? But anyway, so let's see what he has to say real quick about this. Same playbook.
It's 4 days, and they aren't even close to coming up with.
So they
You know why they're doing that? Because they're cheating on the election.
Do you have evidence to support
all I have to do is look. All I have to do is look.
That's not evidence.
And I listen. And I listen to people, and let's see what happens.
But sir, that's not evidence.
Do you think it's appropriate?
That's how they count the votes.
Do you think it's appropriate that they have an election and 5 days later they're nowhere close to picking?
State and local officials acknowledge they are slow. They're urging.
No, they're crooked.
They're urging the votes to be counted quicker. That's how they vote in
crooked,
California.
just like you're crooked. Your press is crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's
really.
Let's
well,
continue.
You play right into their hands.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid. You play right into their hands.
You see, we got the accordion things. That's why I'm like, okay. I'm torn between the mask or the AI. I don't know.
Hands with this.
Oh, you know what? We can read on this. If we get the Eight of Pentacles, that's usually our AI card or the Magician.
That these elections are rigged. Your network knows that they're rigged.
Play the accordion.
I won an election in a landslide, and I got 94% bad press.
But Mr. President,
you know why I got that? Because you have no credibility.
But you've never presented evidence that it was rigged. Let's keep talking about. I want to talk about Todd.
You have more evidence. There's more evidence.
Have you noticed like his voice is not like actually changing? Like it's not rising. It's just hold on. There was something funny I wanted to see.
You know that these elections are rigged. Your network.
Okay. So yeah. So they're laying the groundwork. But the thing is, they don't have the J6ers anymore. Like they still have some little crazies, but they don't have the same people anymore. So that's why I'm a little interested to see what they do in the next 5 months, because they don't have the loyalty of all those people anymore.
Knows that they're rigged. You know that I won an election and
hold on, I missed it because there was something weird lighting. That's just me. Hold on.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's
Let's you play right into their hands.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid. You play
continue.
right into their hands with this stuff. You know that these elections are rigged. Your network knows that they're rigged. You know that I won an election in a landslide, and I got 94.
That's so funny. Just as he starts the thing, the image actually jumps very slightly, but it does. But again, you can do plausible deniability, but like saying the camera went into a different focus, you can do that truthfully. However, that's weird. And then on top of that, like, look at this fuzz. Like, this fuzz isn't, like, there's still a flag here. So a flag is not proper. And then this bleeds down. Anyway, we're not going to go into that.
4% bad press. You know why I got that?
Okay, but y'all notice, like, his voice is not actually rising at all. It's all one level.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid. You play right into their hands with this stuff. You know that these elections are rigged. Your network knows that they're rigged. You know that.
You see? Oh my God. Okay. Y'all tell me if you can catch it. Right when he starts to say, there is I'll just say glitch, but okay. Right when he says, hold on.
You're stupid. You play right into their hands with this stuff. You know that these elections are.
Hold on. But yeah, y'all notice like it's completely monotonous.
Rigged. Your network knows that they're rigged. You know that.
Okay, that was it. All right. I'm going to see if I can slow it down, if that actually helps. I'm at 38:14. I'm going to slow it down a little bit and see if that will actually help catch the glitch. But like, oh my God, it just glitched. Okay. Let me see if I can 38:12, 38. Let's just say 38:4. Okay.
You're stupid.
What?
You play right into the hands of this trap.
Okay, 38:7.
You know.
It's after this, you know.
That these elections are rigged. Your network knows.
Okay, we're getting ready for it.
Rigged. You know that.
Did you see it? Oh my God. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it? Hold on. It happens so subtly, so fast. Hold on. I'm going to go to 38. See if I can do it at 11. Okay, 38:11. Watch.
Network
Okay, watch his head.
knows.
It should be something in like right now.
Rigged. You know that.
You saw it? Did you see it? Oh God. I'm sorry. I'm just excited because I caught it. Okay. That's what I'm telling y'all. They do these is so they're getting so good with the editing and stuff, but did you catch it, Jen? Oh my goodness. Because they're cut together. Okay. And then here's one last tell. Sorry. I'm just going to show you one last thing. I'm not hitting play, but I want you to see it. So you see, okay. So they have now, it's supposed to be fairly sharp, right? Again, watch the background. So we zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Look what happens to this little bundle thing. Look what happens to the bundle. Why does it look like that? This is a pole or something, right? It should be straight black. Like it should be consistent in color. Look how it fades out. We lost some. Look how it goes skinny. And if it's a pole, it's not going to be wobbly. It's not going to be like warped, I mean. And then you see how the black gets smeared on this thing in the background. So yep. Yeah, and the lighting changed slightly too. Absolutely. Anyway, so it's AI. That's interesting. And then, like I said, you don't see any like metallic depth or gleam or texture at all to this machine. And again, like when you zoom in, you can like see how flat everything actually is. And it shouldn't be flat. So you don't see any, like these things are sharp. Look at this. They would be sharp, they would be metallic, and they're not. They're just can't be replicated by this AI stuff right now. Anyway, so yes, we're going to read on these journalists and see why the heck we're doing this. Because this is the part that makes me feel like Truman Show. It's like, where are the journalists? Seriously. And if you want to see him walk off, y'all can look it up because we're already an hour in and we got to get going.
I won an election in a landslide, and I got 94% bad press.
But Mr. President,
you know why I got that? Because you have no credibility.
But you've never presented evidence that it was rigged. Let's keep talking about. I want to talk about Todd.
You have more evidence. There's more evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk
your
about
elections.
His voice is not changing at all. Ever present, like it's all the same. If you're getting riled up, there would be shifts to the tone. There's no shift whatsoever in the sound, the tone,
In this
etc.
country, we're like a third world country. Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked, and so is ABC, and CBS, and CNN. You're one-sided crooked networks. Right, let's call it quits, because I've had enough.
Okay, so he's taking off the microphone.
Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
And then he calls her darling.
President, let's please.
He throws it on the ground.
Traveled all the way to Wisconsin. I traveled all. I know. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
On and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You want
They gave even more. Because I don't think I remember hearing him say, "I was in the rain with you." Is that what is on the other videos that you guys are seeing? I don't think it's been on the other videos.
to straighten out your press, because you know what? A country can never be great with a dishonest
Listen, we
press.
traveled all the.
Oh, they added more. When was this posted? 2 days ago. They added more. Because now he's like, a country can never be great with a dishonest press. That's funny. And now, like, because if you've seen the other clips, he throws it down, he calls her darling, and then he says something, and then he stands up and whatever. He's still sitting. That was not in the other stuff. They definitely added more, right?
Way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Then he steps on the mic, he pats her arm. I'm so lost, though. I'm so lost. We traveled all the way to Wisconsin for this interview for you. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Yeah, and then gave the excuse about the rain being really bad. Mm-hmm. Why would you say that? And if the rain's really bad, why the heck are you doing it in a barn? I'm perclamped. I'm perplexed, excuse me. It's just interesting. Wait, hold on. Okay. I'm trying to see when he throws the mic down.
in this country, we're like a third world country. Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is.
And then on top of that, for somebody who supposedly has dementia, he's flowing too fluently. You know, he's somebody who's like, he doesn't talk like this.
And so is ABC and CBS.
Oh, and watch his eyes. Sorry. Watch his eyes here. This part too, because AI doesn't actually really ever truly interact. The eyes are usually off somewhat. But watch his eyes.
And CNN. You're one.
Okay, see, he's looking down.
Sided crooked networks. Right. Let's call it quits, because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Okay, so I'm trying to see where the mic falls. Thank you, darling. I had enough. Everything's at the same tone. Same tone. Okay, so he's throwing the mic. You see that? That's what I was wondering. When did this get here? Sorry. Because, you know, AI doesn't show everything flowing correctly. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm just going to do this. Hold on. I got to slow it down real quick because I got to watch it fall. I'm sorry. Because I'm not going to watch this again. I hate his voice, even AI style. Okay, so he's throwing he's throwing the mic. You see how the packet falls? Hold on. Yeah, no. No. But you have to also understand the quiet piggy moment. That wasn't him either. So it's like, you basically would have to go back to 1.0 to see how he talked to April Ryan to figure out what he would have said to her. Okay. So he's taking off the thing. Okay. So he's taking out the lapel. Okay, so there's the lapel right here. I'm trying to see when this battery pack. See, the battery pack just like mysteriously comes. It was not there. That's crazy. Wait, what was that? Something changed. Okay, it did another glitch. All right, I won't keep going, but it did do another glitch because this little part here changed up a little bit. Like it was a change to kind of the position of the chair. Just little subtle shit. It's just real subtle stuff because they're getting better with the editing. But oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Like he would not have sat here and listen. I have been so compassionate. I sat in the rain with you. You know, like no, that wouldn't have happened. I've given you enough chances. Okay, he's gonna step on the microphone. Then he touches her. And then if you look at her, she stays slouched. Like, why would you stay slouched? Like, that's weird. Like, did he like freeze you to make you stay slouched? And then she stands up and then she's like, oh my God. And then it cuts to the news station. Yeah. I don't understand. The hell? Is your hand moving? Okay. Anyway, I don't understand. So let's do that. I want to read on these people. Yeah, he's definitely an asshat, bro. He would not have been that polite. Not 1.0 guy. It's hard to know when they really started infiltrating our visuals with him because, you know, Butler, the video that we seen with Butler was 2 years ago. Yeah. And if what Libby said is correct, about November, he went and okay. Let's see if I can find. I don't know if I can see Mikey J's uh, Senator Mike Johnson Instagram. There's a picture of him on a plane with feline tusk, right? And I suspect this must be what people are talking about him being at the what do you call it? The rocket thing that people are like, look at the rocket thing, look at the rocket thing. Let's continue with Facebook. Damn. You wonder if they're being held somewhere after these appearances come out. I like the guy who I'm always busting because his eyeball is always like out of his socket and out of the place. The weird looking Candace looking guy, um, from Phineas and Ferb looking guy. I'm always busting him for being AI, and he's always in every single press thing. Hold on, I'm trying to find the plane ride that him feline. Right, this is 9/11. When did what is this? This is June 14th. Okay, this is, I believe, the last time we actually like. This is around the last time we actually seen this guy. See how he looks. See how much different he looks. He has a long face. They've been giving him like a pretty squash looking face. He has a long face. And then if you notice, he has like the grandpa body, like the pants are pulled up and he has to duck his head because he can't raise his arm too high. This is the last time we saw the real guy. This is the last time we saw like one of the last times we saw the real guy. See, like the smile on his face is actually genuine. Look how sharp the background is. I'm not seeing any change in the letters. Okay. Um, we have phones, but I don't know what kind of phone this is, so I can't really tell. But this is what the guy ages like. You see how long his doggone face is? Yeah, and there's animation to it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like there's life here, whatever that life looks like, right? But again, the backdrop, everything is symmetrical, because this is the White House. It should be all sharp, like, everything is symmetrical. Look at these flags. There's depth, there's color, there's texture. This is what it's supposed to be looking like. This is not what it has been looking like for the last 9 months or 6 months or whatever months. No, since September, last 9 months at least. Um, so this is what he would like. If you look at his face, like in his youth, this is how he would look as a grown up, as an old ass grown up. He won't look like this. See the squashy face? This is a newer one. See the squash face? And then they're missing his smug ass chin, like that little thing that goes here. And then his teeth are perfect. He doesn't have perfect teeth. But you see how short his face is. And then here he looks like Regis Philbin. I'm like, that's not him either. Um, but if you go to like, look at his youth. Can we get younger days? Happy days are here again, and here again. I guess we can go with the mugshot, right? But you see, it's a long face. It's long. And he was chubby. Here he looks like Joe Biden. It's weird how this man looks different in every single thing. And they're like, that's him. Okay, yeah. Um, so he just looks different. Like, look how different this guy looks. Every single video. But he has this arrogant asshole chin. Anyway, so I think this is like one of the last times we actually seen him. Now, I could be wrong. This could be when AI was like really started being introduced, but the background here is telling me, yeah, I think this is actually legit. All right. So then, okay, this was 32 weeks ago that this was posted. And there he is doing that arrogant handshake. I don't think I've seen him do that in a long time. And then look, it's a sharp American flag pen. It's sharp. What is this? 32 weeks ago. What would this be? Last year or so too? Yeah, and then that's the other thing. Like when I looked at this year's too, I didn't see all like these that this stuff is textured. Like I hope y'all can see the difference now of what I'm talking about. Like everything here is textured. Like I can see the texture in the flag. I can see the texture of the wall. Like this is what pictures are supposed to look like. But I'm looking for the plain. There we go, the plain picture. This is where I think they started, sometimes substituting some of the AI stuff. So they're sharp, sharp, fuzzy. Again, plausible deniability. Did they catch him, mid-turn? But look how old and sick and decrepit he looks. And like his hair is like gone. It's like bald. It's weird. Is this the only picture? I think so. Okay. So again, this was 53 weeks ago. So it's basically back to like May, June of last year. So you see how old and sickly he's looking, if that's him, because he's fuzzy. But again, they could have caught him turning. So there's plausible deniability there. But this would be, again, around the last time that we actually really saw this guy, which was like June, July. And you can, like I said, you can see that, again, textures and difference. But we don't have that anymore. We don't have that in any of his pictures anymore. Alrighty. So enough about him. Let's find out about what these people are doing. Oh, this is a video. Oh, that dude, yeah, that dude had work done. He's a character. That dude had work done. He's definitely a character. Okay, so let's do our breath. We're gonna hurry this up. Doing like another hour because I have therapy this morning. So what do I have to read on today? I have, and by the way, that Barry girl, she quit the New York Times. She didn't quit CBS. Okay, so what I have down here is I was going to read on Leslie Groth, the EPS assistant, but it seems like other people are reading on it, so I'm not going to worry about it. Probably not. But she worked for the EPI guy from 2001 to 2019 until literally the month that he was taken out. Richard Cohen. I forgot who. Richard Cohen. I forgot who I was reading on him. I meant to put a note. I did still want to look at the Block Boys, the Coal Block Boys. When will the blue star be extracted? Will the blue star be extracted? Um, I've been getting to read on Susie, and then I learned why. She's actually resigning. She's resigning at the midterms. So I think, yeah. She says she's not going to be and now they're saying she dismissed rumors. I'm gonna believe that they didn't want that information out. So they're saying she won't, but I think she will. We're gonna check that out. And then Shady. I never did get around to what's actually happening with him. I did with regards to his his benefactor, but not actually him. Um, mm, mm, mm. And then this cage thing, this UFC thing. I guess it's time to read on that. So yeah, Shmielon is oh god, he's so gross. He was an ugly boy to begin with, y'all. I said, let's read on this cage thing. That's showing death, and that's showing Seven of Swords. Okay, let's breathe. All right, we're gonna do our 3 breaths, and then we're gonna try to read these as quickly as possible. I want to cover more than one thing, but I want to do it as quickly as possible. So part of my prayer tonight is make this stuff clear. Like I don't want to be sitting here trying to figure this out. Okay. So again, to address what I said at the beginning, the reading we did on Plattner was not for the primary. The reading we did on Plattner, whatever his name is, Graham, was for his run against Collins. Okay, that's what I meant to tell y'all yesterday. But anyway. Oh man. But yeah, he did have a listen. I really do suspect some of these guys are hybrids. And the fact that they're putting that out there now with the ancestry DNA stuff, y'all saw that, right? So supposedly if your DNA has an other, meaning you're not attached to a country or tribe or something, but an other, it's suggested by the idiots in the office that it means you have extraterrestrial DNA. Now, mind you, remember, they had come out and said, or at least they used Shady to say it, that aliens were demons. But also, mind you, they've just made this alien website and they actually mean immigrants. So are you trying to conflate the two and say that the aliens, who are the immigrants, are demons? And if you are, like, what the hell, bro? All of you are first gen or second gen, for the most part, first gen or second gen immigrant. Like, what? From the guy at the top, supposedly, to several of the guys that work there, to all of the guys behind Heritage for the most part. Like, your people are German runaways, we'll say. Anyway, let's breathe. Okay, so we're going to do 3 quick breaths. Well, 4. We're going to do 1 to regulate. We're going to put our hand over our heart, our hand over our diaphragm, so that we remember that we are here, we're safe, we're together. Okay? And then right behind that, we're going to do 3 breaths. So the first breath is to connect to the higher power, higher source, God energy, heaven, whatever you call it, but the love, light, and protection of that source. The second breath is going to be to connect to and ground yourself in the energy of Mother Gaia or Mother Earth or just Earth energy. And then the third breath is going to be, well, I'm sorry, we're doing it backwards. We're going to start with our breath. And then the third breath, then we're going to do our breath, then the heavenly breath, then the grounding breath. And so our breath will be connecting to our spirit energy, getting back in touch with that. And so let's begin. All right. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to do the regulating breath first. And then exactly what we're doing with the regulating breath, we're going to do with the other ones, just with a little bit of work added to it. So hand over heart, hand over diaphragm. We're going to breathe in deeply for 3 to 6 seconds. We're going to hold that breath and let that delicious air move through our body. And then we're going to release the breath. Oh my God, my nose. Here we go again. We're going to release the breath. You can just expel it like all at once, or you can do a slow release of 3 to 6 seconds. All right. But your hand should move out as you inhale, and then when you do your exhale, it should be all the way back to home. When you're done exhaling, your shoulders need to fall. They need to relax. Okay, that's what we're doing. Oh my God, my nose. All right, whew, let's get it. I love to breathe. It's great. If you feel like the need to dance, it could be just energy trying to move up your spine. So move with it. Let it go somewhere. Energy always has to have a place to go. All right. So I'm gonna ask you. Oh, sorry. Every time I start to read, my nose gets tickly. I'm gonna ask you to, if you're in your bed, sit up, put your feet on the ground. That way we can get grounded, and then you can go back to relaxing afterwards. But we're gonna start with our own spirit first. So what you're going to do is, as you inhale, I want you to identify where you normally feel your answers, your physical response to things, or, um, well, your own spirit, your own energy. So for me, I normally feel it in like my heart space, my chest. And so that's where I envision it. It often looks like my purple lighting. And you might feel it in your third eye. You might feel it in your gut, wherever you normally feel your responses, your energy, where your intuition lives. I want you to inhale and focus on that area as you inhale. I want you to see your own energy um, glowing, whatever color it is that you have. And then as you hold your breath, as we're in the hold, I want you to send this energy down to the soles of your feet. And then I want you to lift your eyes and send your energy up to the crown of your head and then come back home. Okay. So we're going to be sending Prince's birthday was, I think, the 7th, or that might be Tupac's. I'll keep forgetting. But anyway, so I want you to send that energy all the way through you. Okay. So that's what you're going to do with your own energy. Inhale, envision your energy, hold your breath, send it up and down. Start first up, because we're trying to activate our perineal, whatever, our seer energy. And then you can send it down your shaft, your body, so that you are filled completely. All right, hand over heart, hand over diaphragm. Let's get it. Okay, we're going to do our second breath. Our second breath is for you to envision the white light of love and protection coming from the celestial beings, from heaven, from God, from universe, whatever your words are, from source, whatever your words are. So you're going to envision that light entering in through your crown. And I want you to make sure you bring your eyes up to see the light entering, and then let your eyes follow the light as you hold your breath. and it travels through and down your body. I forgot your exhale. Okay, we'll do that on this one. As you're holding your breath, and then when you exhale, you're going to expand that energy just outside of your body so that it's providing a layer of protection. We forgot to do that with our own energy, so as your energies mix, just go ahead and do that expansion. All right, let's get it. All right, let's do the third breath. So your feet should be on the ground. We're getting rooted. Okay. So your feet should be on the ground, and you're going to envision the energy of Mother Earth, regular Earth, Gaia, whoever you see. You're going to envision that energy lining up your legs and traveling from the bottom of your feet as you hold your breath up to your crown. So let your eyes travel with it. Okay. And then as you exhale your breath, expand that energy outward to create another layer of love, light, and protection. All right, let's get it. Hand over heart, hand over diaphragm. Let's go. Be sure to thank the earth for holding you. Okay, so we ask that only information from the highest sources may enter as we share and commune with our spirit bodies for the next hour or so. We ask again that that information only come from the highest sources, the source of pure light, love, and protection. And we ask that whatever comes through is for our highest good. Anything that is not of both, from the highest source and for our highest good, please protect us and keep it away from us. Amen. All right, let's get going. Thank y'all for the gifts. It is really powerful when we're together. Oh my God, I just get chills just by you saying that. I know I'm gonna have to charge the phone. I should go ahead and put the charger in there. But hold on. Okay. We're at 15%. When I see the 10, I'll grab a charger. Alrighty. So I love living dangerously. All right, let's talk about these journalists, please, and thank you. What are they doing? Talk to me about these journalists. NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, BBC. Please talk to me about these Bloomberg, about these journalists. What are they doing? Are we reading with these? No. Why you let me grab them? What are we reading with? The clays? No. Where's the other ones? Let's do it with the sunshine. Let's do it in the moonlight. Let's do it in a good time. Blame it on the boogie. Wait, what are these words? Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. That nasty boogie bugs me, but somehow it has drugged me. Spellbound rhythm gets me on my feet. I've changed my life completely. I've seen the lightning leave me, and my baby just can't take her eyes off me. How'd you bring that up? My baby's always dancing, and it wouldn't be a bad thing, but I don't get no loving, and that's no lie. We spent the night in Frisco at every kind of disco. From that night I kissed our love goodbye. Oh, I never listened to the lyrics. Baby's always dancing. All right. What are you saying about these journalists? All right. Okay. So it definitely seems like this is about the fact that he is the news. He keeps people watching the news. So we got the star. This is the card that hit the table. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, we won't go past 5 because I got to get up by 9. Okay. So we got the star card. And in this case, I'm like equating him and the baby. So the lyrics are, my baby's always dancing and it wouldn't be a bad thing, but I don't get no loving and that's no lie. So it just feels like how he keeps them on their toes. And by he, you know what I mean. There's something about that night I kissed our love goodbye. It feels like giving up basically their own honor or something. That nasty boogie bugs me, but somehow it has drugged me. Spellbound rhythm gets me on my feet. Yeah, that definitely feels like they are not in control, right? But what's interesting though is even considering the star, we're getting the 10 of swords in reverse. And this is, I'm getting chills. This is recovery. But this is the Knight of Swords. So 10 to the Knight. And it's impulsive, recklessness, aggression, hasty decisions, lack of direction. And the Knight is about action. So the journalists have been weaponized against us. Okay, here's what's interesting. And if y'all remember, we did talk about Murdoch letting these guys have a little bit of leash, right? Because this light at the end of the tunnel card, okay. Empress, and then there's the Magician. Like, I just keep hearing the lyrics of "Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight." So it really is like we're not doing this because we want to. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. So it's like don't even blame it on us being in cahoots with him, like because we want to. Don't blame it on the good times. So it's not just because he brings eyeballs. It's blame it on the boogie. So blaming on the dance that they have to do. Right. Right, exactly. He's not really the story. It's okay. But this is what I'm getting here. Because I keep getting the chorus, the chorus, the chorus, the chorus. And oh my God, I'm getting chills. So many chills. What I'm seeing though, because as we talked about, like Murdoch letting them go a little bit. Oh my God, Jen, did you see my post about Hearst? You have to check out my post section about Hearst. Rosie did a reading sometime over the past week. And she was reading an article and hers was mentioned in this article. And I was like, oh my gosh. So you have to check out the post and her reading. But anyway, there's an end of the tunnel. So again, even though we're looking at AI, right, with them laying down the denial, there's also the pushback that we have been seeing from the journalists being allowed. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I think they are going to be used against them. I'll say them instead of him, right? I think they're going to be used against them because their other person is telling them to do so. It's a takedown, basically. And it's manipulation. So what are they doing? They're being manipulated, but in turn, they're manipulating us, right? So I wonder if this is going to be exposure. It should piss us off. It's been 10 years of this. It's been 10. And I said in 2015, I said, watch him win. Anyway, because, okay, so we got the star here. But also, this is so interesting because in this, we have both the star and the empress. You know, those are the two people, the two strongest people up against us. Howdy do. Okay. All right. So one, it's him as the star, but two, I think it's also their directives. They're getting directives from two different people. Oh, these are conflicting directives. Got it. So the star country is saying, prop them up. But the vodka country is getting ready to say, knock them down. But again, either way, they've been weaponized. This is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So, all right. So if we're talking about this star here, and we're talking about the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, tell me about the journalist. What do you mean by light at the end of the tunnel? What do you? Okay, they're they're stuck. Okay, this was there before, and I didn't read it either. But this, not sure if this was in upright or in reverse now. But this is the Four of Pentacles, and this feels like sitting tight on the actual news, like the things that they can't talk about. They can show you the man sleeping, but they can't point out the fact that he's sleeping. By hypnotized, I would kind of see that more loosely than actually hypnotized, you know? Because they don't believe it. They're actual journalists. They don't believe it. And that's what's been pissing me off. But they're hypnotizing their crowd. Because here's the thing. You got the the megalites here. So this is the Eight of Cups. And they're feeling stuck. Okay. They don't want to go D. They don't want to do the blue no matter who. So if you know, they've been trying to say that they're not even going to show up. But this is sitting tight on the news. Oh man. All right. What are we doing? So we got the star. So the star is our foundation. What's the challenge here? What is the challenge to these journalists? I kind of want to do her specifically, but we'll just say all of them. What is the challenge to these journalists? Okay, the abuse of power. That makes sense. And their fecklessness. their capitulation. We have the strength card in reverse. So it's that weakness. Um, Also, it's the devil wanting to be released from the devil, but unable to. And I do see burnout as well. I'm surprised they're not quitting at higher rates. Okay. Ah, is this past or current? Past. Okay. I don't like that it's in the past though, because okay. Oh, okay. They've seen people. Okay, never mind. All right, so we're gonna go with a heartbreak card as opposed to treason. We got 3 cards flashing, so I'm gonna talk about those in a second. But the card that hit the table right now is the 4 of Cups. So in the past, you had people refusing, you had people standing up, and then you had the heartbreak or the blackmail or whatever it is, right? Now, how do I add to that? Is because I also got the Hermit in reverse. So you've had people being isolated or fired, which has happened, right? You had Joy, you had Colbert, Jimmy, Katie Fang, Don Lemon. You've had people getting fired for standing up or doing their job. So, okay. So these are the other 2 cards that are showing themselves. And it's the hidden agenda and this devil card. So in the past, it's the hidden agenda, their livelihood, etc., that tied them to the devil. So seeing their colleagues getting fired and having their life blackballed, etc., because they didn't get hired anywhere else, right? Everybody had to run to YouTube, but no real respectable news person went to YouTube. At least they thought, right? And then Joy did it and was successful. Then Don Lemon did it and was successful. And now Katie Fang did it and was successful. And somebody else who just got fired or quit is doing it. Colbert's getting his own YouTube show. So now everybody's doing YouTube podcasts. So you know the pressure's going to be on for YouTube. Okay. You know that's going to come down for YouTube. So the people I'm talking about, the ones who got fired, Queen of Pentacles, now their income is uncapped. Now their speaking out is uncapped. Now what they're doing is uncapped. They had to face the music. You know, what was supposed to be punishment actually turned out to be a good thing for them. So now they can take their news somewhere else. But they were alone. So they didn't have the full production, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so there's fear is what I got. There was fear in the past, even though there were people who refused, but that fear came down. Okay. So that's how some people got stuck. Scott P. interview having fears. Oh, I haven't watched it yet. It's in my to be watched. I haven't watched it yet. Hold on. Oh, and he's in our to be read, but I want to watch it first before I read it. Okay. Here's what's interesting though. Current energy. Okay. We do still have. Why are you doing this? Oh my gosh. All right. So this is still running in the background. We have justice not being met just yet, and we have the King of Pentacles still running the show. However, this is okay. Okay. This is starting to happen. If we're looking at current energy, we have the Queen of Swords and we have the Three of Pentacles. People are meeting and they're talking about change. This is interesting. One of the things I just got is for some of those independent news people, they're getting their information from the real ones. They're giving them that information so that these people will show up and talk about it. Some of them. Or bringing their attention to, like, hey, this is happening. Look over here. So there's some things going down in secret. There's some planning going down in secret also. I feel a big information drop about to happen. Because I think somebody's about to go rogue. That feels like someone's getting ready to go rogue because there's no justice, because there's the problem with the ollies. But one of the cards that I saw sitting on top as I moved it was the 10. They're going to make this rain. They've had enough. Not all of them. This Queen of Swords, that Queen of Swords energy. They've been setting up their exit plan. Okay, I don't know who that would be, but it's a female. Queen of Swords energy. All right, now it's time to plug in a charger. Hold on. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Okay, this is gonna work. One second. It's gonna work. Tequila. Where is my charger? Where have you gone? Where was my charger? I hope you work. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna change our sound. Hopefully we're good. Would the ollies need to be taken down before the news actually reports the truth? Hey, Sean. Okay, that's a good question. Hold on. I'm seeing. Okay, considering that was a 10 showing success and legacy, which is what they kind of have in mind, it feels like they don't want to go down being on the wrong side of history. But again, that's not all of them. All of them don't have the memories to make a move. But this 9 of Pentacles is looking good. This is the energy running underneath. So this feels like it's going to be success. It says abundance. It says self-sufficiency and independence. So whatever this female energy, oh gosh, I hate that the sound is low. I can't change it. I don't know where my jack is. I don't know where my AirPod adapter is. Oh, let me see if this makes a difference. Hold on, I gotta see if I have earphones. Do I? Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah. Did they die? Oh no. Oh no. Died. They died. Ugh. Baby. Where's my other headphones? Oh my god. I don't know what to tell y'all. Let's see if these work. Is this charged? Oh my god. I don't even... How does this sound? Oh my goodness. Are you trying to make me go to bed? How does this sound? A turbocharger? Hmm. Now I just need to set up. Is this better? I don't know. Action. Y'all let me know if it's better, please. Okay. Let's work it out. Okay. Hopefully it's not so bad. I don't know. I was saying, I see this being successful for this person, and it's talking about independence, which is independence journalism. So I got a feeling, ooh, chills again. I got a feeling that there's going to be an exodus from a major station. It's going to be somebody, a reputable report, and they're actually going to report the truth. Um, I mean, I have my credit, but I got to charge. I got to charge y'all. So I should have charged. I didn't charge. I didn't charge enough. Okay, but I'm seeing somebody leaving. Oh, and look, strength is right there. Strength is right there. So, oh, okay, and it's Wheel of Fortune. Strength is right there, and it's Wheel of Fortune. I don't know who this is though, y'all. Who would you consider? Wait, is that your girl? Hold on. Is that your girl? What's the girl with the short hair? Oh my gosh. The one with the spiky hair, the short hair. She usually be giving it to him wrong. Not Joy, the other one. Not Caitlin. Who? I don't know Caitlin. No, the one, she's older. I got a feeling. No, she's older. Ah, no, she's already kind of rogue. Um, hold on. Oh God. Okay. It's good. She's gonna be going at this alone. She's going to be changing things. This is the manipulation, not manipulation, the manifestation card, the magician card. Again, the hermit keeps coming up. So this is about doing this kind of alone. Oh wait, somebody else is peeking through. Oh, the world. She's gonna help bring this to an end. Not Joy, the other one who's like Joy, but she's white. Yes, I do feel it is, but I'm feeling this main one. She talks really fast. She's white. She has spiky hair ish. Um, she doesn't like men. Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Okay. I mean, that's the whitest name you can have, right? Rachel. Okay. Look, it just came up too. It just showed itself while I was talking. All right. So she's on a fool's journey. So it's a new perspective, a new journey, and it's going to help bring an end to this. She's really good at her journalism, and she's going to be doing it essentially alone, sharing her wisdom and her knowledge. She going to create her own network? Not yet, but I'm just saying to get started, one of independent journalism that tells the hard truth. I think she's going to start something new. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. But because she's been thinking about it for a very long time, but it was like comfort zone versus going at it, and she's gonna go at it. Um, oh my god, I'm getting chills. This is her. I don't think she's the only one though. I really don't think she's gonna be the only one, but this is definitely her. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly who is. I told y'all this was gonna show up. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Ah, I think they're gonna try to fire her. Or is she gonna quit and leave on her own terms? Okay, this is Rachel. But it's not just Rachel. She's not the only one. She's a two spirit? What do you mean by that? Oh, and a rose scholar. Okay, okay. She been on to them. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is the lesson or impact here with this journalist? Okay. What is the lesson or impact? So she wasn't at the correspondence center then, or was she? What's the lesson of impact? Okay. The lesson of impact. Ah, poor choices. We got the Seven of Cups here. Okay. Oh my God, Oxford is so beautiful. We got the Seven of Cups here. Um, okay. Yeah, I got that she didn't go to the dinner. And I'm like, okay. Because she would have known it was fake. Like, that's the thing. That's why I'm mad people didn't go. Like, people I could trust didn't go. All right. So again, the hermit came out again. Now, the impact, like one of the lessons she's learned is about the capitulation. One of the biggest lessons she learned is about people making bad moves and bad choices. Thank you. Because the hermit returned again. So she feels lonely in this journalistic world because she's watching her friends, her colleagues, the people she used to respect, like basically, I'll say give up the oath. I don't think they have an oath, but like not do what journalism is supposed to do. And they're stuck, right? Um, so I definitely see she's fed up with the industry itself. She's going to go at this alone. Um, she's been planning to do it though. That's why we got the Two of Wands. She's been planning to do it. So it's coming, and then I see the wish card for her. Um, so yeah, she's just as disgusted with her colleagues as Kamala was disgusted with hers. Yeah, I think she might take Lawrence. Like not take him, but like, hey, let's do something. Um, okay, yeah. So what we're looking at here with the outcome, I think they might fire her. There's a chance they might fire her, but she's already been planning. And I'm getting this because the Six of Pentacles in reverse is the opposite of being generous. This feels like being stingy, being financially controlling. So I think they might fire her. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down, to be honest, because this feels like this. But exactly, I but she's going to be doing something that's not that same name because that's attached to the station. But there's a death card here. So it's not necessarily a death for her, it's a rebirth. So even though they're going to attempt to fire her, isolate her, send her on her own, make her feel like she'll never be anybody, the people who have already come before her, they got her. They got her. Temperance says, move, like get out, get out already. So yes, I see her getting fired or made to retire. Um, but as devastating as it would be to leave her home, she's already been planning to. I don't know, because I kind of get a feeling of, okay, I just saw Midas touch, right? So I'm getting a better, like what Midas Touch wishes it could be, because I hate the voices on Midas Touch. Just the brothers, like how they talk, and then how sensational they are. She's not sensational like that. She's a journalist. They're lawyers who saw an opportunity to speak out, and I mean, I'm not knocking them. They did what they did, but like if you're trying to guard your energy, like that's not who you watch. But what I will say is we now have our writers. Our writers are coming. The people will end up saving themselves, but it would be the people who have the platform to do so. So it's not just going to be our regular common folk, it's going to be the people with the access and the platforms and the voices to do so. And they are ready to ride. So this is the outcome that we're looking at is that um, I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's going to happen before the end of the year. I really think it's going to happen before the end of the year. I think she's going to snap. It feels like, honestly, the Scott thing, the Pele thing, um, is kind of a straw. Um, It feels like a straw. Yeah, the manipulation of it. What is flying around in here? Yeah, the imbalance of power, the fluctuations, the manipulation. That was it. Like, how do you do that? So yeah, it feels extremely fast. Matter of fact, both of those is fire and air, so that's a wildfire. So it's gonna take off. Um, yep. See, getting help, seeking help, recovery. Yes. So that's interesting. I didn't even think. Oh my God, I'm getting chills. Okay, I didn't even think to do this, but she's the queen of journalism right now. Duh, the queen of journalism and truth. She's moving. And there's three. So it could be her and Lawrence, maybe even Ari, whatever. But I do feel like with Midas Touch popping up, I feel like they're creating their own network. Um, like a network of actual journalists, not just sensationalism and gossip and things like this. She's like, no, it's not a gossip channel. It's news. Um, because that's running rampant too, right? And it's a big turnoff. So because that made me think of IHIP, right? Those are just two Midwestern moms, you know, just voicing their opinion, and it's good. And while it has grown into something else, at the end of the day, it's still not journalism. So this is a journalism channel where people can. Oh, that'd be interesting if it was kind of under the desk. I think it's going to be very blessed. Isn't she Jewish also? Um, but like a good Jewish. That's a weird thing to say, but in this day and age of what we're living in, okay, I'm definitely seeing other females for sure now, and they're celebrating, and they're definitely teamwork and support. So this is definitely happening very fast. I think it's already in the midst. Now, mind you, these are water, so these are a little slow, but I think the slowness is what's already passing because again, they have to prepare. They don't want to be caught off guard, but they have to prepare. I think she might be though. I do. Because Maddow, that feels like a Jewish last name or Middle Eastern, like Armenian. I don't know. I don't know. What's her name? Origin. Anglicized. It's Jewish. I told you. That's a Jewish name. I knew it. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Yeah, I definitely see a network. She will have the backing, the donor, the advertisers, absolutely. Especially being the counter voice, like not even the counter voice, but being the educated voice, being the, I don't know, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but being that because they're journalists and she wants that respect of that industry. So industry voice. There we go. Um, all right, I like that. Oh my God, I didn't know we were getting that. Okay. I was feeling bad, y'all, because of what these journalists look. I was feeling bad. But yes, it's a new world order. It's time for all kind of new. And she's ready to go. She's ready to make it happen. It's Earth, so she's trying to be very meticulous. I really got a feeling like this has been in the works. So they're just waiting to pull the trigger on this. Yeah, educated, brilliant journalism, like industry type of journalism. Because we don't have that actually. Like we kind of do, but kind of don't. I mean, Don Lemon tries a little bit, but he's very gossipy and stuff. There's still room for that, of course. However, it's like I could see him guest appearing on her show. Not her show, but the network. You know what I mean? Like having his own show, like how Midas Touch has expanded into all these different things. And it eventually ends up paying for itself through YT. Mm-hmm. Come on, Sue. I like that. Yes, rebuilding the industry, bringing back the respect to the thing. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, Jesus. Yes. Yes. So she's finding people to break bread with. Yes. Again, going at it alone, like sick of this the manipulation and stuff. I think it really helps. This part is showing up. Why do I have a feeling that she was encouraged to do so by this woman right here, by Lotus? I think she was encouraged to do so. And it's something she's been thinking about and wanting for a while anyway. But it feels like she either talked herself out of it or, well, it feels more like she talked herself out of it. This is the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is overthinking and whatnot when it's in the reverse. Um, so, yeah, confusion, mental blocks. Yeah. So she was talking herself out of it. Um, and it's like, it's time for her to go because this is about to suck her soul. Because it's not what she wants to do. It's not what she got into to begin with. So this is really interesting though. The Two of Wands came back. So this is definitely something that's been in the works and in the plan. She's looking for partnerships, but she's willing to go out alone. Um, it's just she wants to bring good journalists with her. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's interesting. All right. That was cool. I'm just gonna write down what we're talking about because I forget as soon as I'm finished. Because I don't like to say I be channeling, but I definitely be in the spirit. So I'm gonna put Rachel. Okay, welcome back. Well, you're almost gone, Rachel. Mad. Okay, and honestly, like she would help bring a counterbalance to the Jewish problem we're starting to have too, because she's a prominent person speaking out against this, not for this, and that would really help put people together. You know what I mean? Like keep them from sliding into something of displeasure because she doesn't like that they're weaponizing that as well. She doesn't. Okay. Aldo. Who's Aldo? Oh, yeah, yeah. I can see them having guest spots. Oh, why is this confusion? Why'd you drop back up? I mean, I guess that's the other thing is like bringing that balance to what's happening. It's okay. Also, okay. Like I think it's really important to have Jewish voices that are standing out, standing up. Like there are Orthodox Jewish people who are not for the Israeli government. However, we're blocked from seeing them. I've initially seen like seriously like the whole hat and the spirals and everything, and they were against what's happening in the G town. Um, but they were also being like beat up. So we need more of those voices standing out. Yeah, against the betrayal, against this I'll say tomfoolery, against the greed. Um, but I am seeing a strong leader over here who is going to last this fight and end up being victorious. Um, but having to build back from what we lose. And then that hard hitting journalism. Okay. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. But what about the other journalists? Can you show me those? Do I stick to these cards? Yeah. Okay. Um, I mean, it's a dying industry at this point, right? Um, so Five of Cups, it's a dying industry. And it's time to move on. Like But are they going to move on? There are people who are going to be abandoning ship, but or they want to, but they're stuck. They are stuck. They are burnt out. They're trapped in the lies. They don't know how to get out of it. Some have been threatened by Four Swords. Some have been threatened. Um, and some are actually blackmailed because they too did corruptible human things. This is bad. It's interesting because, like, right under the Four Swords is the Chariot in reverse. They're not doing their actual job. They're completely lost. They don't know how to move on, uh, and they're blocked. Okay, but what is the challenge for them? What is What is the actual challenge for them? Why are they okay? I won't even say okay. Why are they letting it happen? Again, this is the second time this came out in the challenge. Is the no justice? There's no justice there. Um, ooh. On one hand, this feels like the threat to their own work. Good night, Suze. The threat to their own work, but also, um, what was this? Okay, well, let's put it together because there's the Four of Wands in reverse, and it feels like the mandate of, or the blackmail. Actually, that could be blackmail evidence, like the stuff that they have on some of them, a lot of them. But again, it's also the threat against our house. So this is what, if we're putting it all together, and then the Emperor energy underneath, y'all, the Emperor energy and the hidden agendas, including the country that's infiltrating us. Whoa, and then the secret. Yes. So their challenge is they're up against the corruption. They're up against the corruption, their own and the gov. Yeah. And they feel trapped. Okay. What happened in the past? When did they become this feckless thing? I know we started reading it and we had that they saw other people getting fired. Okay, same thing. All right. This is consistent. A Nine of Swords, the nightmare situation of being threatened with their job, with their lives, with their secrets, and having to drink from the cup of Judas. This is interesting. So, what are their current energy now, like as an entire industry? And we're talking about, okay. Oh, um, this is our mercenary night, right? So they feel like they have to deliver what they're told to deliver, and it just feels like still more fecklessness. However, however, something's coming here. Once again, there's relief on the corner, relief around the corner. And something about this partnership. Okay, y'all see, this is the third time I think that the partnership has shown up. I am getting chills. So where's this partnership coming from? Because it looks like they're gonna have they have hope. They're still doing their job. That's what's happening. Ooh, is it like a tincture pen or something? Um, but they're doing. I didn't even come on last night. You should have got sleep. So they're gonna do their job because they gotta, pay for stuff and eat and live. But there seems to be a shift happening. There's a shift happening, and I'm not. This partnership feels unexpected, and I don't think we're talking about Rachel at this point. This feels like something outside, basically like society. It feels like a shift happening in the community with the people. Like something is happening because there feels like still hope here, like a return of hope. Hmm. Good night, Bookie. Okay. This feels like Return of Hope. All right. Let me see here. What's the background computer energy program running? What's the overarching energy? Like what's happening in the background that people are not aware of? Ooh, okay. I think is what we were talking about. Okay, so first of all, we have this stand your ground energy. So it's kind of like some people feeling like they're staying in, maybe to help out, to do whatever little fight they can do. But again, they are imposed with okay, hey, they're imposed with having to suppress news and stuff like that. However, what hit the table? We got the King of Wands energy. And interestingly, it's not in the reverse. It's in the upright. So there's some leadership coming. And oh, I'm getting chills. And leadership in media. So I don't think this is just Murdoch. I don't think this is just Murdoch. This is usually his card. But I just had a flash of something Google. Um, I just had a flash of Google. So it feels like some kind of leadership coming because there's been this treason slash heartbreak. And I'm wondering if it's because they used to be part of this, because here comes the Ollies, but it's also a wish card. So it feels like there's a change in the current, especially with this being a water card. There's a change in the current. It's water, it's fire, it's air. Um, Hurst is not a good guy. Like they're not a good guy. Um, well, I don't know about lately. It could be lately. It actually could be, but they are, old Ollies. But the video that I'm talking about is something that I never heard of before. That in 1933, the Ollies did was trying to do a soup with a C. The Ollies, with Hearst as one of them, was trying to take over the government and get rid of FDR. So it's a really good article. It's in my post section. Um, like it has a picture of Rosie and then some pictures of pieces of the article. But if you go into the comment of that post, you'll see the article and you'll see Rosie's video. And she just mentions the name Hearst real quick. And I was like, wait, Hearst. We just talked about Hearst. And so when I'm reading the thing, they were part of the Ollies that tried to overtake. We never heard about them trying to overtake. It's like it got buried in the whole World War II stuff. But it was the same time. And here's the other thing people don't tell you. Um, the mustache man had some of our people in his pocket. Like literally one of the senators that was keeping us out of the fight. He was the one saying we don't need to be going over there and basically whole right to defend type of junk too. Like same talking points, same talking points. That's why I'm very suspect about the people who are using them. But that senator died in a plane crash and they found the speech in his pocket. One of his talking points, because he was headed to a big speech. And he was basically intimidating and threatening other senators to keep them out. Nobody talks about that part, about why we didn't get in. We didn't get in because we had traitors over here. Same as now. But we had traitors who was keeping us out, who were keeping us out. And I think he like led the Senate or something like that. I forgot his name. Um, History is real interesting when you can actually learn the real one. Okay, so ooh, I saw the lights. Thank you. So this right here feels like a shift happening, and one of the reasons why the shift actually works. I lost it. I guess I shuffled, but behind one of these things was the Wheel of Fortune again. I guess I put it together when I have things split. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so where I was talking about they have to keep up with the news and stuff. The Wheel of Fortune was right behind it. So the change is coming. It is, I would say, overdue, but it's definitely coming. It's on the horizon for sure. And you'll see more of these subtle changes happening where you're like, oh shoot, they're talking back. Oh wow, you know. Um, because even with the AI situation stuff that we're watching, they are allowing them to talk back while still seeding their talking points. But it's getting to a place where there are questions being asked, and it's those questions are still staying there. They're still staying there. They're causing people to rethink and refuse some of the things. 4 being in that box. Oh my gosh. Okay. Because like even if you think about this little John Deere thing, when she starts questioning stuff and he keeps bringing up, it was rigged. It's like, where's your proof? I just know. Okay. Because the other people have started providing cracks in, like um, Candace and Hunter and all that stuff, because those other people started creating cracks, it's like this stuff is now seeping through. Like it's finally getting through and they're getting a new perspective. So it's getting in and they're starting to refuse the bullshitty. Especially if he keeps cussing in like interviews. People are like, that's not how a president's supposed to talk. Like it's not. Yeah, they own Cosmo. I mean, it's possible because I think we read something about one of the ladies, one of the Hearst ladies doing something nice. I forgot. We'd have to look that up again, but I forgot. All right. What's the impact on these journalists here? And I want to move from this after this. What's the impact on these journalists? Or what is the lesson they're learning? That's interesting. I'm seeing some introspection about the foreign interference here. What is this? What's the introspection? Not what's the introspection. What is the lesson? Never mind. Okay, thank you. Okay, so they're realizing one, they're part of the manipulation, and two, how they are being manipulated, and three, it feels like they're realizing that this isn't just capitalism or greed. This is evil because they're seeing, again, they're burnt out. Again, they're overwhelmed. And they're seeing how, it feels like they're seeing how this is by design. Because we got this Ace of Cups again. Again, they're blocked. Y'all, this is a consistent message. I flip my cards, I shuffle my cards. Like this message is very consistent with these journalists. But I see here that some people are gonna start slipping some information out. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. As they start fighting against the machine. That is a 5 of Wands. Okay. So some people are about to be, I guess, maliciously compliant. You know, like Scott quit. Oh no, he got fired. I forgot. Okay, thank you. Um, yeah. Hold on. Ooh, why we got 4 majors just now? 5. So there's one that's peeking at me. Okay. The outcome. I see a release from the devil. So the outcome is I won't say they're gonna grow a spine, but I see that they're going to come out of the ground, it looks like. Yes, I get tingles too. Up in my hair. Um, this is. Okay, so this is actually a good outcome of them. I'm trying to think if it's them just getting out of the machine or if they're helping us get out of the machine. Yeah. When I had that mediumship reading, she told me, she's like, your grandmother um, lets you know when you're on the right, when you're like there by like putting the tingles like in my scalp. Because I was like, these are new. Like, why am I doing this? So yeah. But this is what got me stuck because this is the Fool card, and this is mm, recklessness, foolishness, carelessness. But the Fool card is about a journey. It actually begins the story. So the other thing here is the Sun card. So I'm seeing the Sun card. What is that victory card about? But also, I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune that's stuck. So I think as an industry, maybe they're not going to be fully moving because some will be isolated. Because some people are actually for this, Um, and like I said, I got the Wheel of Fortune here, but that's in reverse, and that's saying something like resistance to change. I got a lot of majors here, so this is actually a big deal. Um, I got one, the Hermit, two, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, the Devil, the Magician, the Justice, and the Sun card. The Sun card is in reverse. And it's on top of the Ace of Swords. So we already talked about the Ace of Swords being like confusion and stuff, but here's what's interesting though. It's on top of the Knight of Swords. So there is some go and some action. All right. I gotta get clear on this because it feels interesting. Because there's being having your freedom, being released from the devil, but it still feels it's reckless, it's foolish, it's careless. I mean, it's a mixed bag. Oh, okay. I wow, y'all see me shuffle. I shuffle so much, but look, okay. After the Wheel of Fortune being in reverse, we got law. Again, y'all remember, June has a couple of threads that can be unraveled because we got the law stepping in over the betrayal so they can find themselves facing some trouble. Oh, that explains it. Oh, because if they're found to have leaked, they can get in trouble. So there's a very high chance, well, they're putting their lives in danger and they could get caught. Um, Sneaking away. Look at all these swords. Sneak it, yeah, because there's prison. All right, so will they have courage? Is basically the question. Will they have courage? Because we have the Nine of Swords in the past that got them here. Will they have courage? And the other interesting thing is right behind those was three pentacles, like straight up three pentacles. The legacy and disruption, the things that they've worked on, just like not and having to create priorities. Meaning, are you going to stand up or not? Is what it feels like because you're at a cross point. So while we do have some who are going to get away, such as Rachel and whomever she brings to create her network of real journalism, we got some who are stuck. Um, I just want a little clarity, and then we can keep going. Yeah, afraid to hope. Yeah, there's a Three of Cups. I do think some people are gonna get caught, and I think that's the thing. But it's time. Like it's time for things to change. So hold on, let me see something. Okay, there's Temperance. So we got the Wheel of Fortune. We got Temperance. It's like I think people feel kind of a calling is where we're going to get into the fight, to stop sitting on the outside. Yep, they're being called to it. They're being called to the fight. So they're not going to be able to ignore it. Some of them are not going to be able to ignore it. It's such a large group to read on, which explains why it's kind of a confusing ending, but I do see strength. And I do see the brawl not being a fast one. Okay, so there is some strength that's going to emerge. All right, so just last thing, what is the immediate future of the journalists at those major news networks, like legacy media? Um, mm, mm, mm. Just really quick, maybe a 3 card situation. Let's see, past, present, future. Okay, new opportunities are coming. 4 of Cups. What else is there? Okay. 5 of Wands in reverse. It's going to be a struggle, and some people will be lost to the battle. Anything else? Okay. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Um, because people remember how it used to be. And there are some people about to blaze a new trail, about to set foot on a new path. And yep. So it feels like there's about to be an expose. Since we're talking leaks, yes, because oh my God. So right behind the moon, we have the 4 of Swords. I think some people are going to sacrifice themselves or their career. You know what I mean? Because right after that is the Tower. And I'm seeing the Strength card again. So I guess those people feeling the calling are about to sacrifice the career to put an end. I think they're going to find out information. Oh, I saw a flash of Ashley. Okay, so they're going to stop saying it's not possible. Oh my God, I'm chilling all the way into my hair. They're going to stop saying it's not possible for November to have turned out the way it was. They're going to go forward with the message. They're going to go forward with the actual proof. I saw Ashley. Uh, that doesn't mean they're going to platform Ashley, but I feel somebody about to do some investigative digging into it. What did you know? When did you know it? Type of stuff. Feels kind of deja vu-ish. 6 of Cups, like feeling kind of Nixon-ish. You know what I mean? So Watergate, but whatever this is. Okay, that was probably just me saying it because I was like Watergate, and I'm like Signalgate. No, that's just me saying it. So yeah, I do see the sacrifice of their career, um, and I would say they're looking forward to it. They're not going to go out without a fight because they need to expose. Ooh, they need to expose the cruelty and the corruption, and to help people walk away and make a better decision in November. So this is going to be happening between now and November, or now and October, because they're looking at a new perspective here, and they're juggling the priorities. And I think they are going to target Starboy because he's been eluding justice. And Queen of Wands, um, this is usually my MTG card, but the person doing the messaging, this could be our Ashley card here. All I know is it's going to work. It is a very strong thing that's getting ready to come out of this. Yes, there's an expose that's going to be happening. It's going to sacrifice their career, but at the end of the day, they're going to go down on the right side of history. 10 of Cups, celebration, joy, family. Okay, the heroes are finally waking up. Oh my God, the chills are crazy. The heroes are finally, those who are called to this destiny are now hearing it. Oh, I got a feeling I'm not going to be the only one noticing the AI anymore. There's something about this guy eluding justice that they don't like. And earlier when I was talking about, the sacrifice for their careers and stuff, and we got the nine of pentacles in reverse, I saw data centers. So I think there's going to be real reporting on that as well. Okay. Yeah, they are prepared to walk away, breaking up that career, that relationship with the job. All right, I'm interested in seeing where this goes. I won't say I'm proud of them yet, but the heroes are waking up. It's going to be a great risk, then. That's the thing that people have to understand. It will be a great risk. But yes. Okay. I just put journalist. Okay. God, I guess last one. No. There's two things here. Because it's like FIFA cage fight. Well, cage fight's coming up first, so let's do that. This one? Okay, let's do that. Cage fight, UFC thing. Can you show it to me, please? What's gonna happen? Will it take place? Will it take place? Will it be a success? I don't know. It might get tangled up in court. It might stay in court because I know they did a lawsuit against it. But I saw an article where they're like, "You did that lawsuit too late." That's not how that works. So it could be tangled up in court, and that might stop it from actually happening. Also, this is Five of Swords, so this is the fighting card to begin with. Three of Cups. Um, this is interesting. Okay. They might be able to quickly get the other court to look at it because you got the black guy, the vain guy, like those the top three of the Supremes. You might get a chance for them to look at it and force it to take place. It depends. So okay, so that's a possibility that it goes to the Supreme and they go, no, it can go on. Yeah, it's terrible. Okay. So, show me the answer. Will it take place? Will it go on? Will the UFC thing, and talk about blatant, like you got to pay $1 million. I don't know. This is Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is temperance, that blatant corruption, the extremism. Does this mean not having the karma and having it stopped? Or, because it's the extremism. Does this mean it's a 10 card? So it's a completion card, but it's in reverse. I don't know. Let's see what else comes out. What's the challenge to the cage fight thing? Am I taking that? No, but I'll look. Yeah, judgment. It is being judged in the court of human law. Ooh, in the tower. Is somebody going? That's too close because that's right on the White House lawn. I don't see anybody damaging it. I don't see anybody getting that close. I don't know, y'all. This is weird. Hold on. The judgment and the tower? Okay. If one of those come back out, ooh, and the King of Cups. The judge saying no. But again, we got 3 of Wands. It feels like a workaround, like trying to go to those judges, the other judges. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. What's the challenge here? What is the challenge to this cage? Six of Cups. Well, I mean, that would be a big challenge. And the Four of Pentacles. One, it's the waste of money, complete waste of money, destruction of values, also, because Pentacles are about values. But what hit the table is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is saying, this is not what the presidency is to be. Like, this is not how we grew up with it. Um, so that corruption and the circus, like the farcical circus. And it's so funny because I've seen like TikToks and stuff about people, and it's mostly white men, but the question would be, how often does your man think about, yep, the corruption. How often does your man think about Rome? And they're like, every day, every single day. Well, this is that bread and circus part of Rome, right? Right? Before it falls. Um, so in the past, we have the unethical behavior, um, and basically just leadership running roughshod over the people instead of using logic and decorum. You got assholes. Never mind. Um, and there's a King of Cups energy here again. So I think this is, well, I guess now with no, this is somebody else. I was gonna say this is that judge. Put it, what's happening with that? Judge UFC. Freedom something. Is it called Freedom? I don't know. Okay. They're urging the judge to ignore the suit. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. So when is he ruling on it? I don't know when he's gonna rule on it. He hasn't ruled on it yet, but hello, you only got a damn week. I mean, Jen, it would be a perfect martyrdom. You know, it just would. And this is interesting though. I got a King of Cups here. At the same, but this is past energy. So I got the King of Swords here. Obviously, we see the corruption and stuff. But the King of Cups, this is counterbalancing that. That I'm not. How is this driving that? What is this? Well, okay, because U.S. is a Cancer, right? It's well, you can take that however you want to take it, but it's a Cancer-born nation. It was born on July 4th, so that's really interesting. I split it, and I got the Ace of Cups, and that's renewal. That's spiritual renewal. So, because that's what I was going to say, is that this is this corruption is the plan to take down America, right, and start something new, which is true because they're looking to do a new world order. Okay, that makes sense. All right, what's the current energy right now for that cage? All right, cage thing. What is the energy for this cage thing? Oh, it's a judge appointed by Obama. Okay, they're trying to get an emergency injunction. What is this cage thing? What's the current energy of the cage? Whoa, okay. Y'all. I don't know. It might be dead on arrival. That's a Six of Swords. That could be River Styx kind of thing because we got the Five of Cups. I mean, you got an altar now, right? Because you got a damn circle. We got a Five of Cups. But we got the Ace of Pentacles. I think they have a very valid lawsuit because the lawsuit is saying, I think they do have a valid lawsuit because it's saying the lawsuit claims the event violates federal law by using public land and they're charging for it. So this ain't Mar-a-Lago. The lawsuit called the event deeply corrupt and alleged that several federal rules and regulations. It has a strong case. That's what I'm showing. And I think the order, the initial order, because remember, they're going to run to the Supreme Six, but the initial order is stop. In my Erica voice, stop. It's time to move on. Stop. So I think the initial order is going to be a stop. I think it's going to be a stop. Oh, yeah. It definitely feels like it's going to be a stop. That's magician energy. So I think they might pull a rabbit out of the hat with this one. But let's see if they're gonna basically appeal it. Anyway, what is the overarching energy here to this cage thing, to this decision about whether or not this cage thing is going to stop? I can't get her out my face, out my brain. Hold on. Oh, interesting. Okay, so in the background, one, it's a money grab. Two, it's I want to say it's for the birthday boy, but it's not because he's not here. He's actually dead. Um, allegedly for entertainment purposes. Blah, 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 blah. It's it's for the wrestling people, those people, Dana, all of them. Um, but there's Queen of Wands here, so there's a blueprint here. So what is running underneath here? We have a blueprint. We have a directive. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the treason. We have the Nine of Wands. So this under energy, this under energy. What is this under energy? Who does this benefit? What's this under energy? There's the star thing, so it's to shine his star. But the Five of Wands. Oh, duh. Okay. If we remember, there's no leader. So there's no controller. There's no guy playing the controller. It's all the people doing whatever they want to do. I don't know if you can see this very well, but this dude's playing a game, but the game is playing without him. So that's what it is. And they're using it by pushing this guy out as the star. But it's also a grifting opportunity. It's a big grifting opportunity. And it's more than just, okay, it's more than just the actual fight itself. Like I said, there's now a charge for $1 million. The treason of it is wild. There's now a charge, and then the Ten of Cups. Something to do with Congress. Um, there's now a charge. $1 million. UFC freedom thingy. Huh. Okay. It's a $60 million plan. Okay. So $1 million refers to a record-breaking $1 million fighter performance bonus. Whoa. I didn't know this part. Okay, so there's a record-breaking $1 million fighter performance bonus offered by crypto.com. It's the crypto people, the pentacles, the star, the crypto people. and a massive ultra luxury sponsorship package that costs upwards of 1.5 million each. So now they're offering the $1 million bonus. So apparently, I think fighters must have been pulling out earlier because this was mentioned in April about this $1 million bonus. So I think they had people deserting earlier. We just didn't know it. Now, what people can do is they can buy a corporate sponsorship package of 1.5 million, which is basically what they need to pay. Oh no, crypto's paying for the card. Oh wow. Um, so the package is 1.5 million, 4 seats at the White House, 4 tickets to UFC 329, exclusive VIP access, and WWE event integration. There's something else they're giving. I forgot because I heard the list a little bit earlier. Um, it's crazy. Oh, and it's supposed to be the hottest day on record so far. Um, as we head into summer. So you got these guys about to fight outside. Okay. Mm. But there's truth in here. And so it's more than that. Well, first of all, they're breaking all the laws as these people are attesting with the thing. And I see a strength card. So is there strength in that? Okay. And then right behind the world is the Ten of Pentacles. So that's our crypto people. Like where this money thing is coming from. So what are they trying to do? Because the sponsorship package is 1.5 million. Okay, that's a different question. Don't answer that with these cards. All right. So, impact or lesson to be learned. What is the impact here? Whoa. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Something's gonna happen. I don't know if I like what's gonna happen. The card that flew out was the Page of Wands. Um, and what went with it was the Knight of Pentacles and the Lovers. So, Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. And I'm seeing the Justice card in reverse here, and right under that is the Three of Pentacles. So there's something secretive about this. There's something very secretive about this. But the Page of Wands, I'll ask for clarification on that in a second. Yeah, it's just so blatant. What's the outcome of this cage thing on June 14th? Oh, that's right. Okay, what's the outcome of this cage thing? Oh, I don't know. I gotta get some clarification. I got the Hierophant in reverse. So on one hand, it could be, because there's a Ten of Wands. On one hand, it could be that the messaging and the work and the legal decree is stop and go ahead and take it down. Or it could be that they work going around to the Supreme Six. Because there's two things here, well, three things here, well, four things here. There's Judgment, the Star, the Moon, and five. All these majors just poked out at me because the Hangman and then the Sun. So it's going to be revealed what's happening. So we got the Moon, the Sun, and the Hangman. What are we doing? What's happening? Okay. Judgment, the star. Judgment, the star. How do all these go with the Hierophant in reverse? How the heck did 6 major arcana come out for this one part? Sun, the moon, the hangman, the judgment, the star. Which way does that swing? That's exposure, the perspective, there's a light shine on it, the perspective. The moon is exposing the secret. Oh, are we gonna find out what's happening? Like why? Because the star's in reverse now, and the judgment could go against them. Okay. Let me ask the yes no's. New opportunities. Let's see. Is this reading telling me that they will be prevented from putting on this event? Am I being told that they will be? Whoop, they might not be, because that's a no. That was a 4 of swords in reverse. I mean, 4 of swords, but it didn't come out. I like for it to hit the table. So, are you telling me that okay, I just saw the strength card. As I was thinking, is it going to be postponed? That's a good question. Hold on. Are you telling me, can you wait for the question? That's a 9 of swords. All right, wait for the question. Let me ask the question first. Well, let's ask your question. Well, no, let's ask this one first. So, is the UFC, in today's energy, as we stand right now, is the cage thing going to take place? I don't see a Knight of Swords over here. I don't see any Knight of Swords, so I don't see anything about the people. I don't know, because that's Chariot. That could be the sweep, because, that's the middle card. Oh, shit. Hold on. Are they finally going to KILL him and then postpone this thing? Because we got the Death card and the Chariot. Hold on. Something's coming. Okay. What is happening? Again, there's too many choices of what can happen. All right. Will the cage thing go on Sunday, June 14th? Will the cage thing happen on the day of the new moon or whatever that is? Okay. I'm seeing a yes and a yes. I got the 2 of Cups here, and then I got the 4 of Wands, which is the White House card. And then I got the 19 Sun card, which is a success. The World card's a yes too, but it's in reverse. So not being able to be stopped? Not sure. Because it looks like it escapes the injunction. And then the fight goes on. But there's a tower here. So maybe it's not that ends, but that something interrupts it. So let's go to your question now, Jim. Because I see something sneaky happening. Okay. Okay, so that was choice 1. Choice 1 was it ending, like not happening. So, will the event be interrupted? Well, let's start here first. Will the event be interrupted on June 14th? Will that event be interrupted? We got a yes. Nine of Pentacles and a yes. It's in reverse, but it doesn't matter what I'm doing. Yes, no's. So Nine of Pentacles is a yes. Okay. Hermit is a maybe, but look who's the yes. Now, this is what I was wondering if I was going to see. Because my question, oh, chills, chills, chills. Oh my God. Okay. Because my question was, will it be protested? And I don't mean protested from afar. I mean like for real protest. Like a real, like, okay, get the batons type of protest. Especially because it is a No King's Day. So there's, and I was wondering if I was going to see the Knight of Swords because of that. But, and that treason is a driver. Like, that treason is a driver. So that's what I'm wondering. I think that's likely because, I mean, what's interesting though is we saw the Chariot, and for me, that's the uniformed people. And you know, the Knight of Swords used to be them, but the Knight of Swords has morphed into the people being them. Um, so I wonder, okay, I'm going to ask that more clearly. Will the event on June 14th, on the new moon, will the event, let's see, yes, will the event be, and this feels like a protest card too, because it's the restlessness, ignoring their warning signs. Like to continue to do this is to ignore the warning signs. And it's happening during this FIFA thing too? Oh my gosh. This is not properly planned out. I think people are going to be scared of America. They want us to fight. Okay. Will there be protests? Like actual, real protests happening at the UFC thingy? So will there be actual protests happening at the UFC thingy, not just down the street? Oh my God, I think that's what they're going to do. Okay, hold on. Yes. Page of Cups. That's a yes, and the Magician card is a yes. But I get this Four of Swords. They might try to thwart it by martyring him. Let's see if that's a possibility. I think they're going to get wind of the protest. Okay. But I can tell you what I just saw is that there are plans for the No Kings protest to make its way there. Um, yes. Okay. So, will he be martyred? Like all of a sudden have a medical emergency or something, and will he become martyred that day? Because every one of these regimes create a martyr. Will he be martyred? Or will he have a medical emergency, something like that? Ah, okay. I'm seeing a yes. Oh, two yeses. So the manipulation now, it's not manifestation, it's manipulation, and it's the fake stuff that they're doing. This is my AI card. So they are manipulating. Whoops. And the yes that hit the table is the Ace of Swords. So, I'm sorry, Ace of Cups. That was triple yes. Okay. It's interesting. So are they gonna murder him on his birthday? Hmm. Okay. Will it be interrupted? Will the event be interrupted by No Kings? Will the event be interrupted by No Kings? Maybe. Because that would be facing the music. So maybe. That said, I still have this Ace of Cups energy that's saying, yeah, but I think they're still trying to decide. Two of Pentacles. Um, I feel amplification. Um, it feels like the most likely is amplification of confrontation. That feels the most likely, but we shall see. Okay, so then do this for me. What does the new moon look like? What does the new moon activity look like? I don't know. Feels like pressure needs release. The Nine of Swords, pressure feels like it's needing release. Mm. What does the new moon, no King's Day, UFC debacle, how is that going to go? How does that look? All right. I think we have two paths. And I think the two paths are the strongest are either the protest and or the martyrdom. I think they might get word and then do the martyrdom anyway to try to ward off the protest. I mean, the other option is everything blips right and they're able to just have an event because they should be prepared for this. No Kings is that day, so they should be prepared for that. Um, but I'm seeing the Six of Swords, and this feels like the River of Styx, like let's transition now type of thing. So that feels very possible too. Um, and then there's a delay. So that was the other question I was going to ask her earlier. Like, is it going to be delayed? Because the correspondent dinner ended up getting delayed. And I can see this being a real thing now and not a false thing like they do. So that's my other question. Will the event be delayed? There's the White House down. Will the event be delayed? Will the event be delayed? I could be wrong, because I'm just reading cards and they're interesting. Okay, so it's saying no. However, I have a yes and a maybe. I have a yes and a maybe. That's crazy. And I have the Emperor. She showed up 3 times now. Okay. Oh, whoa. Wait. Does that mean? Okay. Does that? Okay. So here's a choice I did not consider. Seeing the Empress, as I said, 3 times. The choice I now am considering is enemies take advantage. Enemies that we are currently. Oh, wow. 3 S's. Enemies that we're currently engaged in take advantage. I mean, they're just coming here to see the World Cup, right? Possibly. So there's that. There's that. Because the Judgment card is a yes, and the Nine of Pentacles is a yes, and this damn Empress doesn't go away. It's a yes. I don't know. It could be Ira, or it could be Ira's best friend. You get what I'm saying? Ira's best friend has no use for him anymore either. Because he has done what he needs to do. He has lifted the sanctions. And by he, I'm talking Scotty B. Has lifted the sanctions. All right. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So we'll read tomorrow earlier. No, not tomorrow. I have to do a reading. Um, I'm meeting with somebody to do their soul reading. I only have 3 of those left. So if you want a soul reading, it should be in the very beginning of the description. It is an offer that I am testing, so it's only $50. And I have like 3 spots left. Keeps coming up, man. The Magician and the Empress keep coming up because look, there he is. I was saying they just keep coming up. All right, so that's a strong possibility right now, is that somebody's coming to not do a false thing, but to actually do the thing. Now, here's the thing. Who will they be hitting? A body double? You're going to have to do a body double. Ah, it says, look, she keeps coming up. Yes. All right, y'all. We're going to stop there. I need to revisit that one. So I'm going to write that down. Um, that's crazy possibilities. Crazy possibilities. That's crazy. Okay. If I'm able to pop on, oh yeah, we're doing the yes no questions at 11 o'clock. So we'll do that. Well, I'll keep that. See if I'll schedule the other person. Actually, I do need to schedule my reading because I have class tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna do the cage fight again. Cage fight interruptions, because it looks like interruptions seems to be the more likely path. Thank you. It seems like interruptions are the more likely path. But now we have 3 branches of interruptions. Is it going to be interruption because the no kings? Is it going to be interruptions because all of a sudden he's martyred? Or is it going to be an interruption because our enemies, I mean, they are technically for real our enemies now. Our enemies make their way here. All right. Postponement is real. That's a real thing. We'll see. All right, y'all. We'll read on this a little bit better tomorrow because now I'm like, whoa, what's happening? Um, but I'm excited about the journalist news, and this is going to be a really good movie when we can stop living it. I definitely enjoyed our time together. I'm sorry. Oh, y'all, it's 5:55. I'm sorry to keep y'all up, but I thank y'all for being with me, and we'll be doing the yes no questions for subscribers, the the short answer questions for members. Thank y'all for joining, and and then we'll just launch back into reading this, I think, to get a clearer sense. I'll probably use the claymation at that point. All right. Love y'all. Peace. Bye.